Oh, what up, Kang? Welcome back to another episode of Wednesday Night SmackTalk. And on this episode of Wednesday Night Talk, we have to go over results for Kangamania 5. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Kangamania 5 has come, it has commenced, it is now over. And, well, there were 5 matches on the card, including a 6th segment with Alan Murder's Hall of Fame induction, and big congratulations to you, Alan. You are now cemented in our legacy forever, as if you weren't already, but now it is on paper, set in stone, whatever you want to call it. You're there with the greats. We miss you. Yeah. But either way, we had 5 matches, 14 matches to predict on each of those matches. So a lot of shit to get into. This is going to be a long smack talk of a lot of talking from yours truly. I'm going to try and make it as quick as possible, starting off right now with the Figgy Memorial Battle Royal, in which Paul, yes, Paul, was the favorite for going in. He won it on Twitter, and then on Discord, it was a tie between him and the reigning champion, El Taquito Violente, who was defending his title in this match, putting his title on the line, making this Figgy Memorial Battle Royal for something other than maybe a title shot later down the line. It was for a title shot right then, right there for the TV championship. Now, they all picked Bianca Belair and Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks. And the women's tag team turmoil match, there was a lot of people they picked. There was a lot of wrong picks. Nobody got that one right. Nobody in the entire card, not just this match, nobody picked Natalya and Tamina to win. It was either Lana and Naomi, Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke, or in one match's case, the Riot Squad. So I'm not going to go over that now, because Seppi and Silhouette are stupid. Now, Cesaro versus Seth Rollins, we had a match that actually has some things going on with it. Paul picked Seth Rollins, Franco picked Seth Rollins, Lou picked Seth Rollins, El Taquito Violente picked Seth Rollins, Masked Man picked Cesaro. Masked Man got that one right. He's got a point over everybody. Then we have Braun Strowman versus Shane McMahon. Everybody picked Braun Strowman. Everybody got that one right. Then we have New Day and AJ, or New Day versus AJ and Omos. Sorry. Everybody picked AJ and Omos. Everybody got that right. Then Bad Bunny match. Everybody picked Bad Bunny. Got that right. Then Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley. We had Masked Man, Franco, and El Taquito Violente picked Bobby Lashley. Lou and Paul picked Drew McIntyre. Bobby Lashley did in fact retain, which means they get some points there. El Taquito Violente, or Lou and Paul are behind a little bit. Next, we won to night 2. We have Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler being picked by everybody except for El Taquito Violente. Everybody was right except for El Taquito Violente. Then, Riddle versus Sheamus for the United States Championship. We have Masked Man Franco, 2 that picked Sheamus, Lou, El Taquito Violente, and Paul, the 3 that picked Matt Riddle. And, what do you know, Sheamus won the United States Championship. Then we have Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. Paul, Lou, and Masked Man picking Sami Zayn. Franco and El Taquito Violente picking Kevin Owens. Franco and El Taquito Violente get that one right. Then we have Big E versus Apollo Crews. And, well, Paul, Franco, and Lou picked Big E. Masked Man and El Taquito Violente picked Apollo. Apollo did, in fact, win with the help of Dabba-Kato. Then we have everybody picking The Fiend. Everybody got that one wrong. Then we have Asuka being picked by Lou and Paul and the Masked Man. And Rhea Ripley being picked by Franco and El Taquito Violente. And Rhea Ripley is your new Raw Women's Champion, which means Franco and El Taquito Violente looking pretty good there. Next, we have, in our final match, Edge versus Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan. Now, Paul and Masked Man and Lou picked Roman Reigns. Franco and El Taquito Violente picked Edge, getting their loss back right from the one they just stole with Rhea Ripley. So, what does this mean, you may wonder? What in the world does this mean? Because there was a lot of different predictions, there's a lot of different people, it's hard to keep up, even for me, so I didn't even bother saying who was up by what or whatever, because, well, I didn't really know. But I can tell you the official, full results. Here you go. Paul and Lou finished with a record of 6-8 for the show. doing worst, tied for worst out of that match. Then we have the Masked Man finishing 8-6 on the show, finishing in a measly 3rd place. Then we have Franco, the winner of last year's Figure Memorial Battle Royal, finishing 9-5. Then we have the defending champion, El Taquito Violente, who put his title on the line, finishing 9-6, which means, with his extra point, he does in fact tie with Franco with 9 wins, which means still your reigning defending champion is El Taquito Violente, which a little weird. They tied. It's a little strange. You know, again, not only did they was it a tie in the Figure Memorial Battle Royal, which we're accustomed to by now. It was a tie between Franco and El Taquito Violente, which that was the result of the Figure Memorial Battle Royal in Kangamania 4. And then, obviously, Franco won the South of the Border match to face Paul, in which he no-showed. I don't really know what's going on with that match. I asked both of them to comment. Both of them said K. So, we'll have to see more about that in the upcoming weeks to determine who really was the winner of the Figgy Memorial Battle Royal. But, you see, as of right now, Franco's got a title match coming up at WrestleMania Backlash against either Mikey or Darcy, who we will find out is the winner later on. But first, we'll go with Brandon versus Zach, the main event of Night 1. Now, this one's a lot easier for me to keep track of, because it's only 2 people instead of fucking 5, with a bunch of different picks. First, we got Bianca Belair being picked by both of them. They both got that right. Then the Women's Tag Team Turmoil, you know that situation. They both picked Lana and Naomi, by the way. Brandon picked Cesaro to beat Seth Rollins. Zach picked Seth Rollins to beat Cesaro. Cesaro did in fact win. Brandon is up 1. Then, AJ and Omos go against each other. No, they don't. I'm sorry. I messed up twice on AJ and Omos versus New Day. I think it's just because Omos is there. I'm getting confused. They don't go against each other at all. Brandon and Zach both pick AJ and Omos. And AJ and Omos are not going against each other either. They're friends. They both pick Bad Bunny. They both pick Drew McIntyre. They both pick Nia and Shayna. They both pick Riddle. They both pick Sami Zayn. They both pick The Fiend. They both pick Rhea Ripley. They both pick Edge. And I'm not saying whether they got those right or wrong, but they did pretty good for the show. Now there's 2 matches that are differing. And I'll say, we had Big E and Apollo Crews. Brandon picking Big E. Zach picking Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews won, which means they are now tied with 1 match remaining that they picked different. Who will pick up this win? Who will be the most epic boy in this unsanctioned match that didn't even fucking happen, that I don't even have to be going over? Well, Shane McMahon versus Braun Strowman. Brandon went with Braun Strowman. Zach, never betting against Shane McMahon, went with Shane McMahon. And Braun Strowman did in fact win the match, which means Brandon has won this rivalry. And Brandon has something to say about all of that.
Yeah! Party! We did it, boys. I am the most epic boy. It has been decided. I am the most epic boy. I have conquered Zach, but still one thing I gotta conquer. That's my alcohol issue. No. Alcoholism is no joke. If you or a loved one is suffering from it, call a helpline. I'm gonna go to rehab now and conquer my things and come back even stronger. Thank you for all of the support to my fans. And fuck you, Zach. I'm the winner. Nah, it's okay, actually. I'm just the most epic boy. I don't even have any negative feelings anymore. Have a good night, everybody. Shabbat shalom.
Thank you, Brandon, for getting the help that you need, for defeating Zach, and getting rid of this thing that was ruining both of your lives. I hope I can see you again, Brandon. I hope I can see Zach again, Brandon. I hope you can as well. I hope you can forgive each other. And I hope all of this is behind you. But as for now, that is the last you will see of Brandon. And last week was the last you will see of Zach for the foreseeable future. I don't know when you'll see them again. I don't know if you'll ever see them again. But we thank both of them as competitors. We thank both of them for giving entertainment at Kangamania and for giving entertainment in the years prior. And, well, now they're gone. Next we have, in Night 1's first match, the Golden Gods, me and Joe, versus TBD. We all picked Bianca Belair. We all got it right. We all got the Tag Team Turmoil match wrong. Then we have Cesaro versus Seth Rollins. Now, Joe and I, we doubled up on Cesaro. We believed. Vince McMahon and Taquito, they doubled up on Seth Rollins. They didn't believe in Cesaro. They said, fuck that. Seth Rollins is former world champion. And they got that wrong. Which means we got 2 points there. Which means we're back to even because, well, Vince McMahon and El Taquito, they put 2 points on their match because they earned them beating us at Fastlane and Elimination Chamber. El Taquito did. But now, after 3 matches, it's back down to even. Then we have Braun Strowman versus Shane McMahon. We all picked Braun. Then New Day versus AJ and Omos. I picked AJ and Omos, and so did El Taquito. Joe picked New Day, and so did Vince McMahon. That match is a wash. We all picked Bad Bunny. Then Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley. I picked Drew. El Taquito picked Drew. Bobby picked by Joe. El Taquito. I'm sorry, El Taquito did pick, in fact, Drew McIntyre. Vince McMahon picked Bobby along with Joe. And that match is another, again, a wash. That's the end of Night 1. It's back to even at Night 1. Then we have Nia and Shayna versus whoever won the Tag Team Turmoil match, which wound up being Natalya and Tamina. Joe and I doubled up on Nia and Shayna. Vince McMahon and Taquito doubled up on Nia and Tamina. And Nia and Shayna won. We are up to the Golden Gods. Then we have Riddle versus Sheamus. Joe and I doubled up on Riddle. Vince McMahon and El Taquito split on Riddle and Sheamus. El Taquito gets that one right. He picked Sheamus. They're back within 1. We all picked Kevin Owens. All got it right. Then Joe picked Big E in the Apollo match. Everybody else picked Apollo. Which means now it is tied again. Then we all picked The Fiend. We all got it wrong. Stupid. Then we had Rhea Ripley versus Asuka. I picked Asuka. No, sorry. I picked Rhea. Sorry, it's confusing sometimes, you know, it's a lot of shit going on. Everybody else picked Asuka, but I picked Rhea, which puts the Golden Gods up 1 with 1 match remaining. Roman Reigns versus Edge versus Daniel Bryan, in which everybody picked Roman Reigns except for me, Kang. I picked Edge because Joe told me El Taquito picked Edge the night before and he would go with the same pick. I wanted to split the difference, make it a wash. El Taquito dunked on me, picked Roman Reigns, and they got it right. Which means our 1-point lead was erased. Which means they tie. Which means the 2-point advantage, TBD has scraped by and retained their tag team titles. And normally, like earlier with Brandon and like it should have been with the Figure Memorial Battle Royal if there wasn't a tie, we would normally have a celebration promo here. But I contacted Vince McMahon. I contacted El Taquito. They didn't respond. Nothing. Real champs you are, huh? Until about 5 minutes before I started recording this, Vince McMahon said, and I quote, I'm gonna do my best impression here, "Don't worry about it. We got something cooking up." So I'm not entirely sure what that means. I don't have to worry about it apparently. Oh, he just messaged me again. I gotta check. Oh, what the fuck? I told him I was recording. I said no, but now I just got a notification. He said it'll be taken care of later in the show. Okay. We'll move on then. Sebi versus Silhouette. Sebi trying to banish Silhouette forever. Silhouette trying to conquer Sebi and become free, I guess. We have Bianca being picked by both of them, and then Bianca did in fact win the match. Then Ruby Riott was picked by both of them. Or just the Riot Squad, sorry, not just Ruby Riott. Got it wrong, obviously. They have both picked Rollins, both got it wrong. They both picked Shane, they both got it wrong. They both picked AJ and Almost, they both got it right. Sebi picking Bad Bunny, Silhouette picking Miz and Morrison, the only person on the show to do that. And Sebi got it right. Sebi's up 1. Then we have Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley, in which now, well, the Silhouette has tied it by picking Bobby Lashley when Sebi picks Drew McIntyre. Then, the Tag Team Turmoil match. We had both of them pick the Tag Team Turmoil winners. And Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler retained after that whole ordeal. Then we have them both picking Riddle, both got it wrong. Then we have Sebi picking Kevin Owens, Silhouette picking Sami Zayn. Sebi got it right. Sebi's up 1. And they both pick Apollo, both pick Fiend, both pick Rhea, both pick Edge. Which means Sebi being up 1 for the rest of the show didn't pick anything different from the Silhouette. Which means Sebi has conquered the Silhouette despite being the heavy underdog after losing on Twitter and on Discord. Well, that's a great WrestleMania moment right there, isn't it? Now, Sebi has some words to say. You know what was gonna happen. Here is a Sebi promo.
Well, I did it. I was able to defeat the Silhouette. This is a task that all of you thought I wouldn't be able to do. All of you just thought that I would be just some bum in that match that would just get squashed automatically. All of you in the comments saw it. Everybody at Fight Guys thought I would get slaughtered. Hey, even the 2K simulation said that I would fail. But you know what? I accomplished it. I don't even think that I saw myself winning this match. It's an immortal being. He knows everything. But I did it. I did it. That is such... It's a fact that I don't think anybody has done before. People have won titles. People have become Grand Slam champions in this league. I don't think anybody has defeated an immortal being. Closest thing would be Darcy defeating Mikey, but that's neither here nor there. I defeated a tangible, immortal being. And I did so with such precision, I almost failed. As you can see, I'm not exactly in the best condition right now. But you know something? A W is a W, and I still won. And you know what? People are asking me what my training methods are now, or something like that. Like, I lost about, 100 pounds or something like that over the past month in order to train for this fight. I train harder than anybody else in this league, by the way. And people can give me all their like plans or whatever for protein meals or something like that. I use yoga, all right? Sure. I don't use all your protein packs or whatever, your protein shakes or whatever. Do you know who understands me? Susan Deason does, all right? And I do yoga literally every day, and that's how I was able to defeat the Silhouette, as far as you guys need to know. So people are now, no surprise here, they're still biased against me, and they're saying that I rigged the match, or I fixed it somehow. How do you fix an immortal being? You don't. I was able to defeat him with my own bare hands, along with Susan Deason in my corner, in my heart. And you know what? I was able to defeat the Silhouette. And nobody is giving me the praise that I deserve. I mean, I can't say it's surprising at this point. Everybody's biased against me in this league, and it shows. I mean, like, one of the main proprietors of like, this anti-Sebby movement is Brandon. And guess what? He has no job. He's been kicked out of the league. I am still here. I am going to remain here until the end of time, until I get what I want, and that is that title. It is inevitable that I will win that title. It's just about, like, how long it takes. And, I mean, I already won it for Christ's sake, but they don't count it in the record books. But whatever, I have to win it. You know what? That is my main goal at this point, from here on out, because I have no weight on my shoulders anymore. I don't have this stupid voice in my ear telling me to pick Keith Lee, even though he wasn't even on the card that pay-per-view. Trust me. I plan on getting that title one way or another. And I plan on being successful in this league for a long time. People will be on their knees soon enough saying, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry we didn't see the future of this league. Guess what? I am the league. I am the KKPL. You know what? I said it before and I'll say it again. Every little footprint on Kangamania was me. You don't want to admit it, right? Because that's what the movement is telling you to say. But guess what? Every little anecdote, every little footprint, every little thing is because of me. I am the most important person in this league today, and yes, that even includes the Kang man himself. I may be a little banged up, but I'm not, I still got all the screws in my head that I need to think. And what they're telling me is that I am the league. Taking Susan with me. I may not be 100% right now, and I'll definitely need some rest in order to figure out what my next step is at the moment. But you know what? I'm still going to keep talking to you guys. Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere. Even if my body was cut in half, I'd still be here giving you the best promos on this show today. Every single week that I have to. So sayonara. I'll see you next week or the week after, whenever.
Yes, Sebby, you have conquered the silhouette. You have banished him back to the void. Never see him again. Maybe. And you are setting your sights on the Predictions Championship, which is our next match. Before that, I want to go back and say the betting odds for, of course, the other two matches that I skipped over because, a lot of shit happens and a lot of Kangers get confused. And also, Brandon versus Zach, I'm kind of surprised it actually had betting odds. A little weird about the betting odds, people. Zach and Brandon, of course, tied in betting odds, as well as the Golden Gods and TBD. It was, it was hard to decide who would win. And Brandon barely beat Zach, and TBD and Golden Gods, well, we tied. The betting odds were exactly right in that case. Now, Mikey versus Darcy. How are the betting odds there? Mikey and Darcy tied on Twitter. Then Mikey slightly edged out Darcy. On Discord, Mikey is the slight favorite going into this match with a 1-point deficit. Let's see how it shakes out. They both picked Bianca Belair. They both picked Lana and Naomi. I got that one wrong. But they got Bianca right. Then they both picked Cesaro, both picked Braun, both picked AJ and Omos, both picked Bunny, both picked Bobby Lashley. All those they got, I believe, right. They did, yes, except for Lana and Naomi. On night one, they went 6-1. Then, they both picked Nia and Shayna. Both got it right. Both picked Kevin Owens, both picked Apollo, both picked Fiend, both picked Roman. They got almost all those right except for the Fiend. Now, the two matches they were different on. If Darcy gets any of these right, any of these right, Darcy wins the match. First, I'll say Asuka versus Rhea Ripley. Darcy picks Asuka. Mikey picks Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley won, which means Mikey is now tied with Darcy. But we have one match left. Riddle versus Sheamus for the United States Championship. Mikey goes with Matt Riddle. Darcy goes with Sheamus. Sheamus did in fact pick up the victory, which means Darcy, with a 1-point advantage, defeats Mikey by 1. Because otherwise he would have tied. But he had a 1-point advantage. Now, Darcy is your new KKPL Predictions Champion. And, well, he sent something in. I hadn't bothered to watch it. I'd been depressed all weekend, in the start of the week. But, here it is.
"484 days ago, in the final moments of 2019, Paul cashed in the money of the bank, and by the hair on the shaft of my dick, I lost my title. And I would go on to have a year-long downward spiral. It started at the Royal Rumble when I lost to Mikey. I would go on to lose to Sebi. I would be given the TV title and then lose it immediately. And worst of all, my marriage would fall apart. I didn't even have a match at last year's Kangamania. I gave away that opportunity to marry the woman of my dreams. And she just spat in my face and kicked me in the dick. And not in a kinky way, in a metaphorical way. My life fell apart and I had the worst year of my professional career. I hit rock bottom. And just when I was at my lowest, an angel came down to save me. The Bidneth man grabbed me by the arm and lifted me up. But I'm a heavy man, so with Bidneth man holding one hand and Alta Quito Violente holding the other, the pair of them picked me up, lifted me up, and now I have two brothers that will die for me, the same way that I would die for them. And we set out on a mission to destroy the golden gods, to liberate the people, and to capture all of the gold. At the Royal Rumble, Taquito succeeded by capturing the TV title. At Fastlane, we all succeeded by capturing the tag titles. And at Kangamania, all that was left was for me to do what I had to do, with all the weight on my shoulders at the grandest stage of them all. I did my part. I succeeded. And now, TBD has toppled the Golden Gods once and for all. But of course, in the final moments, as soon as we finished predicting, Mikey was already trying to get out of his contractual obligations. But Mikey, you will acknowledge me. I won, and you, Mikey, will acknowledge me. I'm the people's champion. I'm the tribal chief. I'm the hedge better, the trendsetter, the bed wetter, the head of the table. Ready, willing, and Gable. And I'm the guy that'll work you into a shoot so goddamn hard that you will give up your own rematch clause. And new KKPL Super Heavyweight Champion of the world. And still 1/3 of the greatest tag team champions of all time. The champ is here. The first and only Triple Crown, Grand Slam, whatever the fuck you want to call a champion. I'm the only guy that's won all the belts. Crown me king of the Kang Korporation. Bada boom, TBD. How you doing? Champ shit only. I'm supposed to record a song, right? I always make a song when I win, even sometimes when I don't win, but even when I lose, I'm victorious. But isn't this just what Mikey would want? I seem to have recollections of him saying something along the lines of, it may have been the first time we competed at Royal Rumble, I seem to remember him saying something along the lines of, oh, I don't want to lose to this clown, but at least if I do lose, I want to hear what type of song he would make about me. I would never make a song about a piece of shit like you. I would never give you what you want. Just kidding. And now, performed by the Notorious One, TBD presents the official Ode to Mike.
Mike's mad! 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 Ha cha 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 cha.
So, after a promo and a song, ladies and gentlemen, it is official. Darcy is your new predictions champion. El Taquito Valente and Vince McMahon hang on to their tag team championships via tie. El Taquito hangs on to his TV championship via tie. And TBD has all of the titles in the KKPL. And, well, I don't really know what to do now as a member of the Golden Gods, as one of the founding members. I don't know what the fans will do now. It's, this could be a drastic or a very happy day for the KKPL. Either way, we know Kangamania 5 and subsequently the SmackTalk after marks a turning point in the future of this league. We still don't know exactly where it's going after this, but we do know it is changing. Darcy, with a 12-3 record with his extra point, finishes the best on the show. Silhouette with a 5-9 record finishes the worst. Thank you for watching. Thank you for commenting, liking, subscribing, and turning on notifications so you can notify whenever another one of these comes out or anything else you want to see on my channel. And check in the description for merch and all that goody good stuff. And that's it for me. So,
Hey, Kang,
what business, man? What are you doing here?
remember what I wanted all those years ago? Kang, remember what I wanted when you defeated us? I'm here to take it.
THANKYOU, thank you, thank you. THANKYOU.